Hello and welcome. Now, in today's speaker card reading, we'll decide wh- what life entails, what's the next phase of your life is going to be. So, for that, I have three piles pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. So, from these three, you will you're going to decide which one you want to go for regarding the next phase of your life. Thank you. Okay, so group one, let's start your reading as to what the next phase of your life is going to be. Your next phase of life, right? So we have the tower. Okay, so you have ended something, you have been through a lot. It clearly shows. Okay, Page of Cups. All right. Okay, Two of Cups. See, this is okay, the Hangman. Right. Let me just. This is from the Everyday Witches Tarot. Six of Pentacles. I don't know whether you can see it. Right. Six of Pentacles. Now these are really small. These are mini versions. Okay. Four of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands. And Queen of Wands. Right. So the next phase, you're starting the next phase with the end of something, maybe a violent end, a very painful end, something you had put a lot of time and effort into. But still, there are times when we just can't do anything about certain situation and have to just let them go. This is one such situation. Next is the Page of Cups. Now I can see from there you have had some transformation. You had to transform yourself, went through emotional, physical, maybe even financial hardship. From there, I can see a more young, curious, entrepreneurial, business oriented kind of an energy. So you have transformed, you really have transformed to somebody who has been through a lot, from there to somebody who has started off, is trying to look at life. This guy, he is looking at this fish. It basically shows about the orientation of his own mind. I mean, how you look at things, his own perspectives. It shows a very curious, studious kind of a mind who is curious about, like, you are literally starting a fresh chapter of your life, it shows to me. Right. Excuse me. See, this is the Two of Wands. Here, a maiden is offering her, Two of Cups. Sorry, I said Page of Cups. I said Page of Wands. Sorry, it's a Page of Cups energy. Likewise, it's a Two of Cups energy. Two of Cups is this maiden offering her cup to another person. You can Here you can expect, earlier you must have, through this tower I can clearly see you have faced backstabbing, betrayals in every, it could be financial, could be in relationship. But now what you can expect in the next phase, since you have changed, your life is also showing you some better stuff here, like commitment, love, friendship. You'll be, first of all, you'll be surrounded by the like-minded people who have only your good at their own mind, and not somebody, or not those toxic people who are more busy in pulling you down or criticizing you. Rather, those people who want only your good and are not toxic for you. Great. Now, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man to me here shows you. You have, after going through the trials and tribulations, how you emerge as. You're emerging as a person who has wisdom, who has prudence, who has been through trials and sacrifices to reach wherever he is. Okay, so now let me see. This will be further clarified by this deck. No? Six of Pentacles. Now it means, basically, see, she is wearing a garland, if you can see, a necklace, not a garland, rather a necklace of coins. It basically shows abundance. She has got everything. Her family, her pets, things that she wants, the material stuff that she wants. It's basically a card of harmony, prosperity, presents, and gifts. Likewise, Four of Wands also shows, the celebration and, you know, celebration, prosperities. People are celebrating. Here also, you know, they are successful, they are prosperous, they are in harmony, they have got good people around them, surrounded by their friends, like surrounded by friends and family, and they are also offering you gifts. And you can also, they are also offering you gifts, and you are also, celebrating your wins with people who really want your good and are non-toxic. So you're, it's substantiated by Two of Cups, the message that Two of Cups sends, that you know you will have love, commitment, friendship, and those non-toxic people who will never pull you down, or rather they will celebrate your wins with you. And now, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a feminine, strong, passionate, courageous figure who has been through a lot, like this hanged man. This person has been through a lot and have come out as a more magnetic, charismatic, yet very courageous, passionate, and very successful. Very successful. I can see a lot of, especially material success, surrounded by friends, family, everything, and a lot of material success, because I somehow presume, in spite of putting in everything, either things that were rightfully yours were taken away from you through backstabbing or anything of that sort. So that part is getting resolved now. So that is the message, the takeaway that I can get from your reading. Thank you, Group 1. I hope you have had some clarity. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome, Group 2. So, this is your reading regarding the next phase of your life. Okay, from the Everyday Witches Tarot. Okay, you have the Fool, the Five of Pentacles. All right, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, let me just spread the whole thing. Okay, the Fool again. Right, King of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords. Page of Swords. All right. And the last one, King of Wands. Right. Okay. So first of all, I love this connection. Like whenever from two completely unrelated decks, after complete shuffling, when same or similar cards appear, I just love that connection usually. Now the Fool, it's basically a younger, more carefree kind of an energy who is willing to take up risks. But Five of Pentacles exactly shows the effect that you might have to face. It shows the hardship that you might have to face for a shorter time period. I don't really think it's for a longer time period, going by the other stuff, other cards that you have had. But by this, what I feel is you have been a fool in a way. You've had a carefree energy where you have taken a lot of risks. You will be taking a lot of risks, so be careful when you trust somebody. When you take some risks, do the risk assessment properly before you take it. Now, because this Five of Pentacles shows clearly a cold winter without much. So, the hardship, the financial hardship, the physical hardship, it could also be you might lose somebody you love. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way, but it can, I mean, a lover or something, somebody whom you have adored, you might lose them, or losing money, business, primarily because you have been a little bit careless, a little bit like too indulgent in a way. Right. Now, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, basically, it's all about, see, the new horizon, the new opportunities. It talks about the new prosperity, wealth creation through newer opportunities. It's not the old anymore, something very new, fresh, something of that sort. Very new, fresh. So, what the Fool energy actually brings. But be a little bit careful because you might have to lose or go through some hardships initially. Like the same thing, the Fool again. But be careful whenever you have the Fool. It's a very carefree, young, fresh, willing to take a lot of risk kind of an energy. But be careful, as I said, because of this Five of Pentacles that you have received. Now the King of Swords and Page of Swords. You know, the King of Swords, it basically means somebody. King of Swords is a more disciplined, routine, uh, it's an authoritarian position, but he has reached this position through a lot of hard work, routine, daily grind, as they say. Through a lot of daily grind and self discipline and routine, he has reached this authoritarian position. Likewise, the Page of Swords, it also shows, it's in young energy, but it also shows a more, prosperous life, but in a new direction, just like this one. Ace of Pentacles, this also shows a new direction that the Fool has taken. So you have taken a new direction, towards a more prosperous life, the next step. But with a lot of grinding and discipline, you have reached a position of authority, but not after going through a lot of, maybe a bit of hardship, a lot of rigorous grind, because the grind on a day-to-day basis is very boring, and the boring things are very difficult to do, at least for someone like me. A uh, daily commitment to something, even if it's a very small thing, it's way more difficult rather than doing it in chunks. So that's that. And last is the King of Wands. It basically, this is a person who is also, who has a authority, as you can see, but they have a lot of creativity, they have a lot of fire and passion and strength for life. So, basically, first of all, you have, in the second half, I can see a person who is very carefree, maybe getting into a little bit of trouble initially, but from there, with a lot of hard work, taking new directions, like redirecting their life again, reaching a place of authority, having a person having a lot of power, authority, and also not just the strength and power, also a lot of passion, a lot of fire, for zeal for new life. So you are basically this, the next phase, you were also rebuilding. In first pile also I saw a rebuilding, but that was a more drastic kind of an end. Here you're being more carefree, more light. From there, in spite of going through a little bit of hardship, maybe the decisions that we tend to make all the time, the people that we tend to trust are not always trustworthy. So after learning those lessons, you redirect your life, and I can see a lot of prosperity here also. Not just a lot of prosperity, not just material abundance, but a lot of zeal, passion for life, lot of ambition for life. So pile 2, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation, over the next phase of your life that might happen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so pile 3, here is your reading regarding how the next phase of your life is going to be. First, justice. Okay, so you have gone through something and you will get fairness, balance and fairness. Some justice will be delivered to you. Fine. Next, oh, Queen of Swords. Right. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Great card. I love that card. The World. Wow. Wow. Next, King of Wands. I don't know whether you can see it. King of Wands from Everyday Witches deck. Okay. Four of Pentacles. I don't know whether you can see it. These are so small in size that. Okay. Now the Emperor. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Great. So now let's start. Justice, it clearly shows some kind of a justice has been delivered, some wrong that you had to endure earlier, sorry, some wrong you had to endure earlier. For that, some kind of justice will be delivered to you, and you will find more balance, more fairness, more, more balance, and like equal, fair kind of a life. Maybe life hasn't been very fair to you. I mean, it can happen to anybody, right? And how will that be delivered? In a lot, there's a very high chance that with this Queen of Swords, it shows a very matured woman, a matured woman who might take you under her wings and give you the shelter, protection, and even help you get the justice that you deserve. You so deserve. She will help you in all of that. So the Queen of Swords, you will get the justice, or maybe she will take you in. You will give you help you get the skills that you need to get a better life. And when you're in a vulnerable stage of life, maybe she will help you in any of those regards. So that's for you to decide, like whatever you're going through now. So depending on that, it can be, you could decode it as per that. Now, Eight of Pentacles. This shows somebody who is very dedicated and committed towards their life, their goals, and passionate about that. And see, he's carving out his own life. So, life will now give you, it has been unfair. Somebody, probably some older person, older woman, will take you in under her wings and help you get through that difficult period. And now I can see you becoming a more dedicated and committed and passionate kind of a person who is carving out their own life in their own hands. So you'll get a chance. Life is giving you you're talking of fairness, is giving you a fair chance. Maybe this is something they've waited for too long. Now it's coming. Now the World, it's basically a very positive card. It literally shows the, every kind of success being delivered, but it also shows end of one cycle and starting of a new life. So you have literally, after getting the justice, and you're carving out that new life for your own self. Now you have a new life. You have the success when you are just entering the, I can see massive amount of success actually. This pile, I can see massive, massive, massive success awaiting you. You are just at the beginning stage of it. Okay. Now the King of Wands. King of Wands is also, the same thing. Very creative, very passionate, you know very, fiery, zealous kind of a person, an individual who feels very deeply about the things that he believes in. So you are that person who has dedicatedly, the same person shows the same thing. Somebody who has dedicatedly, very passionately have changed their own lives. The same person who is very zealous, very passionate, very fiery, believes in a stanza for things and ideals what he believes in. King of Wands. Now Four of Pentacles. This is one of those not so positive part in this whole group, because I find this group is in for massive success, and it's not in like 6 month 1 year time. I'm talking 5, 7, 10 years. You're just next 6 month 1 year 2 year, you're in the making, in the process of making that person who is able, who is capable enough to make that kind of money, massive wealth. And this Four of Pentacles, to my mind, is somebody who is still, though they have had justice, they're still holding on to something then that no longer serves their purpose. So you need to think, sit down and introspect, like what are the things in your life, maybe in the recess of your mind, what do you have which we need to let go of. I mean, we tend to have these old possessions, maybe some possession, some old memories, some old lover who doesn't care about you, who never really cared about you. So just let them go. Only if you let the old go, then only a new, fresh start, proper fresh start can happen. So it's for you Pile number 3 to think about. Let go of the old things, the old, literally some trashy stuff in your life that you're holding on to. Just let them go. Emperor. You know, this is a some, once you let them go, you find yourself to be more emotionally stronger. This is a person you emerge as. The stable person who has climbed the mountain at the top of the mountain. He has climbed it. He has made his riches. He has been through his own share of struggle, but has like emerged as a stable, solid, authoritative figure whom everybody looks up to. This is a card where it speaks that you will emerge, but this is not like in one day or in 2 months, in 6 months, in 1 year. This is like 7-10 years, I can see. Somebody, a very authoritative figure whom people tend to look up to, whom people will idolize, and you know, very successful, of course, at the same time very empathetic. An emperor, a true king, is somebody who is very empathetic and compassionate towards their subjects, and that's why people tend to look up to you, idolize you. So wow, I mean, abundance and prosperity in every aspect of life, like massive abundance, like I mean, it's beyond jackpot, guys. Congratulations. I really hope you have had some clarity. Thank you very much.